Oh, hi, didn't see you there. It's me, Mr. Bart again, looking to finish this up. So, if you recall, ended this time I happen to have the script. I ended about right there, so we have this much left to go. Moving those cups around, and hopefully this time that camera is working right off the bat. Then once I do that, I'm going to go in and supplement some of the shots with the different angles and add some audio as well. So I'm not going to talk. I'm going to get to work, and again, I'll try to speak as I'm going along. And again, if you have watched the other video, you'll know this part is a bit boring, but it's necessary.
Sarah runs over to Philip and ties the new tie. Got it.
Gonna edit my hand out of here. Again, because I can see there's like that flash at the very top right there. So that's what this bell sounds like, slowed down.
Got it.
Okay. A for arrow. I'm gonna zoom in here. I'll make this larger so it's easier to see. Zoom it in. There we are. So zoomed in. Also make this part larger. I'm used to a little bit smaller because I tend to have stuff go off screen, like effects and things of that nature. But it kind of comes down to what you're editing. In this, we don't have that right now.
Voice off screen. Voice off screen. Sarah. It's just a voice off screen. When you are.
Okay, so the next event that happens is the ready when you are, sir, off screen, which we're going to add the sound effect to.
Ready when you are, sir.
So,
ready when you are, sir.
So to add the sound effect, we just come over to effects. I'm going to turn on snapping, which is this right there, and audio. And under distortion, there's one like literally called. That's too bad.
Ready when you are, sir. Ready when you.
Maybe television.
Ready when.
Walkie-talkie.
Ready when you are, sir.
Vintage radio.
Ready when you are, sir. Ready when. Ready when you are, sir. Ready when.
I'm gonna try car radio, but then again in the inspector over here, so I have the block which contains both the video and the audio, and I can separate those, which I may end up doing. I come over to the top right here where the inspector is, and I click on the audio symbol. I can come on down to the car radio effect preset. Let's go cheap speakers.
Ready when you are, sir. Ready when you are, sir.
So I could take that and I'm thinking, maybe get like a cutaway to a speaker. So what do I mean? Let me show you what I mean. All right. Space age speaker. Space age speaker on wall. Speaker mounted on wall. Tools, size, large. I mean, ideally, I could have a shot of another cup behind some glass, like a production room, but kind of a bizarre thing to search for. So it's sort of like this, only do they have that popcorn ceiling on a spaceship? Oh, probably not. That might work, actually. Doesn't. Okay. So we'll cut to that. And what I'll do is, I'm not going to do it right now, but you know, I found a speaker image, and I did that because we have this part with a speaker. And if you recall, in the background I have the 4 green dots, and I'm going to use those as a reference point for the window to the outside. And I can also use just one of those dots, or you know, I could even use part of the PlayStation 2, and even though that is right on the bottom right here on the image, I could have this speaker connected. Let's see. This is not the program I would do it in. But I could put it in here and then essentially lock it to that. So if the camera moves or whatever, it follows this image around. But before I can do that, I need to edit everything first, and then again supplement those things in.
Teresa. And so I say, ready when you are, sir. And what I'll do after the fact is put, to make it sound like it's in the second half, lean on the term, new. In the second half, lean on the term,
new beginning.
We'll be building on that later. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute. You need to convey strength. Going live. We'll be building on that later. Second half, lean on the term, new beginning. We'll be building on that later. Term, new beginning.
I'm gonna cut this down, so there's like breaths in here that I can just eliminate. Blade, blade on one side, blade on the other. And if I zoom in, you can see I'm taking out the breath. That's why I like to have those waveforms there, because I can see.
We'll be building on that later.
And it's a little thing, but it adds up over the course of an entire video. And you think about how boring stuff can be. You can make it less boring by taking out all the breath. Well, maybe not all of it, because, you know, you don't want to sound unnatural, but There's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be in there.
I've highlighted it for you. Miles. Ready? Ready. For you. Ready? Ready. Teresa. You need to convey strength. It's about ready, ready. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers. And the voice off screen. Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3. Everyone clears the frame.
So they don't say 2-1 because that's, you know, part of the production thing, because you don't want to accidentally hear someone off screen saying 2-1 when you go live.
On with the answers. Building on that later.
I'm going to copy this, Command C. I can go full screen again. I forgot about that. Command C to copy.
Sir, going live in 5.
Command Shift V. And the sound effects.
Come on with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3.
Everyone clears the frame and Philip looks up at the camera.
So we'll have people clearing the frame. Oh gosh.
Philip looks up at the camera. He looks down at his large stack of cards. He looks down at his large stack of cards. He looks down at his he looks down.
They just disappear. I deleted something I shouldn't have. Right click, detach the audio here. Then while the countdown is coming on, we'll show the people clearing off.
In 5, 4.
Then we have the giant hand, come on.
4, 3. 4, 3. 4, 3. 3.
So Philip looks up at the camera. He looks down at his large stack of
That adjustment.
His speech, he shuffles through them. Silence is palpable. He puts the cards face down, face down. And
So I just undid that edit because I want to have him like this, and then the slightness of him looking down. So blade. Blade.
Close-up shot here. We see out the window of the scene breaking orbit. The surface of the Earth is on fire. flashing with distant explosions. Or, bit of it. Of this last part there. We can do like a zoom. The surface of the Earth is flashing with distant explosions. So again, why I have a we see out the window of the craft, air and space, orbiting Earth, several other crafts we see behind it. The surface of the Earth is on fire.
Just want to hear his line.
So again, I have up here, because at this point, I can do like a zoom in, or it's not a zoom in, it will be a Ken Burns effect where you start wide, closer, and you just love this structure. So here's the general bit of it. They're in space, orbiting Earth. Several other we could have been kinder to each other. Close up shot here, but we could have been kinder to each other.
Okay, so I have that audio, and again, the essence of the story here. And we'll leave a little bit here at the end for supplementing in that shot to the outside of the spacecraft. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is add in some... How long is this thing? Roughly, alright, so let's take 10 seconds off this. Make it 1 minute and 30 seconds exactly. One frame. So, 1 minute and 30 seconds. I am going to open up YouTube Audio Library. Now, when you're on YouTube Audio Library, I believe you need to have a YouTube account to access it. It's not the user, which I might have... All right. So it's not the user, because I believe there's a user called YouTube Audio Library. This is all royalty-free music you can download, and I like it. I like it. Is it the greatest thing in the world? No, there are other sites out there, but for the sake of ease, YouTube Audio Library, because you're not going to get flagged for copyright or anything like that. Plus, there's sound effects and the filter thing, which isn't very intuitive. But, like, what's the mood we're going for here? Dramatic. Apply. Oh, yes. Super dramatic. So I'm going to need to do some more genre here. Cinematic. Imperial forces. Japanese Imperial forces. Well, I think Imperial forces, I think. Dun, 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 dun. Orbiting nowhere looks like it could be good. Sounds pretty good. It's a little too upbeat, though. I kind of like this one because we're using cups and it lacks tension, and this music just gives tension, in my opinion. My daughter is having fun at preschool. Get like little notifications, pictures and such. All right, now we've downloaded this. I downloaded it to the desktop, so it's going to appear on my desktop, and I can just drag and drop it in. However, for the sake of keeping this a little bit more organized, I'm going to create a new event and call it music, and add it in here. Now I could go in and I could add in those supplemental shots, but I feel like adding in the music is going to give more atmosphere and kind of give a better feel to the shots, and hopefully this one works. And I can always change it, obviously.
Here, and I'm gonna go through the script. Philip Moore, 50s, tailored suit, aircraft, think Air Force. Sir.
Okay, so there's a lot up here that's totally unnecessary. I wish I had remembered that. Like, normally I would always say don't I would normally always say don't have something boring at the beginning, but in this particular part, I think it makes sense to have the beginning. He's just kind of like sitting there, isolated.
Sir, we need to go live as soon as possible. This is the final draft.
Why is that? Am I missing something here? I think the music works. I just want to see. Sir, we go live as soon as possible. Tie and stuff. Okay, so whatever. I'm here. I'm gonna do the tie thing, and I can show you a little bit about what motion tracking is.
Go live as soon as possible.
But I think we can consolidate. And again, it's 1 minute and 14 seconds right now. That's pretty good. Hopefully, it will consolidate a bit more too. It's way better to be short and awesome than long and drawn out. Right, back to Chrome. Again, we're gonna have to delete this part. I should just close this. I don't know why it's still open. It took me forever to put that together, by the way, but delete that part because, and I should close my email as well because those things I can't show. But luckily, this is not a live stream, so edit out those parts. Okay, so opening up Chrome, I'm gonna new tab, tie, men's tie, tie, PNG. And bless those people who put up fake PNGs with not a real non-background. What does that mean? It means this image right here it claims to be a background. There's no background. Well, guess what? Moving it around, I can see there's a checkered background, so it has a background. Why do you do that? Why did they do it? Oh, great. I'm glad that's blocked. So salty. Wait, come on. I'm just looking for a tie here. What color is it? Yeah, I could, of course. Yeah, the red one, the red one works, but the guy is red. It's gonna be a non-red tie. Oh, guess what? Leave. Where's the one that worked? Yeah. Bow tie. Let's see, looking at the script here. Oh, just thought of something. What I thought of was if I put this, if I have the tie being put onto him, it's going to. I'd have to do it throughout the whole thing, which, if it were something I was super like rah about, sure I would do it because I would care so much about it. However, the amount of work that will take is quite a lot, and since this is more of a tutorial, well, I think I'll just change things around a bit. And how will I change them around? I'm going to create a new event, and I downloaded it, by the way. There it is. I'm going to call this images, or IMG, and drag and drop the tie in. And I'll have the tie at the beginning. I'll have the tie be on them in the beginning, and then I'll have the paper clip come in. Paper clip, the oh, what is it? Clothespin, walk in and take it off of him.
We need to go live as soon as possible.
Walks in and adjusts, and
This is the
it'll give more reason for the tie being there. So here's the tie. I dragged and dropped it in. You can see it's over the place. What we're gonna do is select it. Then we're going to go to the transform tool, which is right here, bottom left. I'm going to resize it. Whoop. And you can see you can move it around. So in theory, like, I could start it, and again, why I sometimes have this at 50% is I could have it start here and then add what is called a anchor point or a keyframe. So it's an anchor point because it's the first one I'm putting in. Then it's adding keyframes along the way, and then I could have it just like swoosh in and land on them. So I moved the I set the keyframe here, move forward about a second, and then move this here, and I can see the red line, and that's essentially the animation. And if I scroll, fit, you can see it starts off screen and flies on the screen, and that's using keyframes. So it's like a lot of, it is the motion, but it's also the size. So if I wanted to, throughout the course of this, make this thing huge, I could just make it huge and spin, and guess what will happen? And move. Let's take a look. Flies in, then it's going to that next keyframe spot.
Sir,
So it's fun, and when you kind of get the concept of it, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. It's another one of those things you might not need to use at all times, but it's kind of handy to use, or handy to have that tool in the toolbox. Okay, so he's got a tie on. Tie is set where it wants to be, where it needs to be, but we want to have this person come in, and even though we're not going to see, we're going to add these keyframes here. We're going to, because when that person arrives, they're going to be adjusting. And then, so it's like move, move, move. We're going to have blue paper clip. Take it. And we're going to just go on a few frames here. dissolve there at the very end. One thing about dissolves is, well, you have to put it on the image, not the audio. But they also will go to the beginning. So if you put a dissolve on a block of video, it's going to put it on the beginning and the end. Let's take a look, see how it looks.
Sir, we need to go live as soon as possible. This is the final draft. I know it's long, but people are going to want to hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie? Want to hear what you have to say.
Give this a little bit more.
What you have to say. Is that...
I hear a clip.
Hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie? Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah, go into my luggage. It's my monogram. Get the...
Okay. The one thing, or one of the things that can be annoying about background music is that it like picks up and it goes down. And you can add keyframes also, like we move the bow tie. You can add keyframes to audio so you can like have it come up, have it come down where you need it to. But that's a pain. It's better if, in most music, is consistent throughout. But we're gonna have to adjust this.
Sir,
again.
We need to go live as soon as possible. This is the final draft. I know it.
So it looks like I have, I think flow works really well for these. I don't know why I didn't put it on all of them, but something I could fix now, I suppose. Like whenever they move, flow looks pretty good. As good as it can look. Why don't you be added there? Oh. Yeah, create that transition. Create transition.
This is the final. This is the final draft. I know it's. This is the final draft.
I hope. I don't know what that is. Oh. My hope is that the flow will look better after it's rendered. I can also adjust the timing of it. Gosh, just create the transition, and then it doesn't create the transition. Did you want me to create the transition? Yes. Don't create the transition. Proceeds to not create the transition. So I can retime these by... I mean, ideally I should just... Control D. Or 24 frames will do... whoa! Control D for duration. 6 and 3 frames. Control D. Make it Control D, 3 frames. So they each are uniform.
Sir.
Wow.
Sir.
What?
Sir.
I just heard a wicked click.
Sir.
Yeah, it's pop. I'm gonna grab this end of the audio and do that.
Sir, we need to live. Sir, we need to go live as soon as possible.
Remember the number we settled on for those are 3, so Control D, 3. And then you can add this one here, I bet. Even though I told you to earlier and you didn't do it, but now you're there. That's good. Okay, you're not going to do it anyway. Don't ask. Yeah. Do you want to make it anyway? Yes. Okay. Don't make it anyway. Control D, 3. Whoop. That's nice that it actually worked. Control D, 3. Whoop.
Sir, we need to go live as soon as possible. This is the final draft. I know it's long, but people are going to want to hear what you have to say. Is that... Final draft.
Make this one longer, see if that smooths it out a little bit
It's
more.
long, but people are going to want to hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie? Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah, go into my luggage. It's monogrammed. Get the blue tie. The dark blue tie. In the get.
And we're gonna have to get a dark blue tie.
Monogrammed. Get the blue.
Lest we forget, we can just do it now. Dark blue tie. And that's the one I used as example. It doesn't work. Blue tie. Let's see. Same example. Alright, where are you? Dark blue tie. Maybe these will be better. That one won't work. Maybe this one. This one. I'll make sure this one is... Yeah, we're safe from it. Because it would be awful if we had a blue tie. Let's try looking this way with the tools, and we go. Why am I doing that voice? You may be asking yourself. It's a strong bad from Homestar Runner, and whenever he uses the computer, he needs to dictate what he's saying. If you don't know the Homestar Runner, I find that to be sad. So, a lot of the internet's humor is based upon Homestar Runner. That one won't work. I love these rolled up ties. Yeah, no, not gonna work here. The glamorous part of this job is to, like, this one's terrible, so we'll use it. Just like I did with the other one, I dragged and dropped it, put it into the image folder. Again, so it's easier to get those images. I got it. I'm just gonna drop it in there on the got it part. Got it.
Got it.
Got it. And this will be a visual reminder that he needs to have that tie on. Back to this.
This is the final draft. I know it's long, but people are going to want to hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie?
Okay.
Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah, go into my luggage. It's monogrammed. Get the blue tie.
Okay. So clearly he has to have that tie on the whole time. It's going to lead to all sorts of problems that I will have to solve.
It's monogrammed. Tell me you managed to bring... Is that your only tie? Tell me you managed to bring some more Tell me you... Is that your only tie? Tell me you... Tell me you managed... We need to go live as soon as possible. This is the final draft.
Okay, so he moves. But as much as this is an annoying thing, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because when the paper comes up, it gives us the opportunity to keep the visual cue. You'll see what I mean in a second. Maybe, if I can get this done. So we're adding a keyframe. Let's eliminate that keyframe. The one before, we're going to add a keyframe here because it's saying, you know, at this point you're there, but by this point you want to be in a new spot, which is right here, and kind of just barely looking over the paper.
Is that your own boss? People. Some more. Tell me you.
Yeah, so those other ones, you can see after we change the keyframe there, it starts to pull the image to the left. What did I just do? Because we had set the marker previously. So we highlight this, we go to the transform tool, jump ahead, and we're gonna actually delete all those keyframes we had put in earlier because we adjusted it. And there you can see it just stays. So turn here, it moves.
Drag.
I don't want to. I don't want to do this. Just shorten it, I guess. I just wanted to move on the dissolve movement, so copy. It's going to paste it in the same spot, but then I'm going to move it atop this. So it's the same thing twice. Why would I do that? It's a good question. I have to do the same thing with this one. Yerb! Make sure it's at an edit point by hitting. So I'm looking down here at the bottom, making sure it's on an edit point, hitting Command V, then bring it up. Here, both of you need to be atop.
I know it's long, but people are gonna.
So, sorry, I'm just thinking, because it's all like backward stuff, but I'm gonna do a draw mask. So, again, not in the transitions, but here, masks, draw mask. And that gives me the ability to, whoopsie, when I'm not clicked on transform, draw mask allows me to put like points. Okay, gotta have the playhead over it. Add a point here, add a point here, here. I'm gonna cut out the paper. The only part that's really gonna matter, like the bottom's not gonna matter as much as you can see, if you saw very closely, now the bow tie appears.
Final draft. This is the fun.
It's just gonna be weird with the transition effect.
Final draft.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad.
Final draft. Final draft. I know it's long, but people are gonna want to hear what you have to say.
And then it's the same here, so I'm gonna command, C to copy, Command-Shift-V to paste attributes. Boop. There we go.
Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah.
And then, even though we're not seeing it,
Bring some more ties.
we're going to add that effect to the bow tie. So right here,
Sarah.
oh, come on, what did I have selected?
Sarah.
It wasn't the one I wanted to have selected. So I put a keyframe on the wrong one, which I'm sure has happened a million times before to me and has led to disasters. So
Go into my... Sarah.
like meaning I had the wrong block selected, so the keyframe wouldn't have affected the tie. Now I know for sure the tie is there, and I'm adding a keyframe.
Go into
And we're going to do that same thing we had done previously.
my luggage. It's more.
So she's taking the tie, moving forward a little bit at a time. At the very end it is incredibly small. And we just do a cross dissolve out. Very short cross dissolve out. Again, I gotta make sure I delete the one that was put on the front as well. Alright, so I'm gonna check how much space I have left. It's used about 10
This
gigabytes.
is the final draft. I know it's long, but people are gonna want to hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie? Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah, go into my luggage. It's monogrammed. Get the blue tie. The dark monogrammed. Get the blue.
The dark blue tie.
The blue tie. The dark. Get the blue tie. The dark blue tie. When we open it, you need to lean on the positive words, particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie? Got it.
The bell ringing in the background.
Ready when you are, sir.
But people are gonna want.
Okay, so I'm just gonna supplement. Sorry, I'm getting into the zone here.
Sir.
Okay. Is the whole thing?
Several other. Looking very sad.
So this shot I want to be at the end.
Very sad. Okay, I'm just gonna move in.
With the Sharpie in the background. So just placing it here for now. I'm going to put an effect on it for stabilization and rolling shutter. Geez, when I first started using the stabilization thing, I read someplace, use rolling shutter as well. I don't know if it helps. Sometimes it does. I usually go in and adjust it. Again, because it's not a tripod photo, so it's...
See him put the cards face down. Up here.
So I am going to put...
We could have been kinder to each other. Lean here. Yeah. Lean up enough. Let's see. And part of the clear. Let's see four. Lean us. Lean here.
I'm hitting L to fast forward. I'm hitting I to set an in point on the top, on the clip, and then O to set an out point. And here is where I can hit this button right here in the center bar, or I could just hit Q and it will put the clip that I have highlighted up here in the library onto the timeline.
4 dots on the screen.
So I didn't have to actually end up using the one that I had in there.
Sir, we need to go live as soon as possible.
And that's, to me, that's the key for editing. And I think if you talk to anybody who's any good at editing, you just have to be able to walk away from anything. You could have spent a ton of time on it, but really, if you look at it objectively and it's not helping to tell the story, you don't keep it in there because you did it. You take it away because it doesn't help tell the story.
This is the final draft. I know it's long, but people are going to want to hear what you have to say. Is that your only tie? Tell me you managed to bring some more ties. Sarah, go into my luggage. It's monogrammed. Get the blue tie. The dark blue tie. In the opening, you need to lean on the positive ones, particularly the word.
All right, I need some shots of... some shots without Sarah in them.
Then do a closer here, and then when she says got it, she'll be that 2 minutes, right? And then when she says got it,
Where's the...
it.
So I hit the I and O, and then I'm going to hit Q.
Got it. That tie. Got it.
She can be holding the tie up. Just bladed the tie.
Got it. Got it.
Wicked continuity error because the green guy's right next to the red guy, and well, he's then like further back. Anyway, I've got the block here with the tie on it. I'm going to add a keyframe. I'm going to go just hit the right arrow, and when it starts to move, I'm going to have the... Again, this is something I'll do with the window to some extent, but I'll have the computer do it, because you can see there's like slight movement, and I'm having to move it like every frame, and I'm okay at doing that, but the computer would be a lot better at doing that because it's a computer. That's what it does best. It takes a lot of...
Got it.
But it does look like she's holding it up.
Got it.
You got the tie.
Tie. Got it.
Come over and put the tie on him.
Ready when you are, sir.
It's actually coming together. I am slightly surprised. I think, you know, the movement like this, it matches the tone of what is being or trying to be accomplished here with the like building tension, like that handheld kind of movement, rather than, you know, it's good to start with the base, but I could certainly see how it'd be easy to get discouraged with this like base story. But then you can supplement in these different angles, and they seem to be working really well.
I'm trying to keep it as steady as...
Yes, I'm trying to keep it as steady as possible in the past.
Been slow.
I can turn waveforms on here, that's what I'm trying to do.
Out slowly. Do it. So you can sort of see...
So this is something that I want because
I should do it over the shoulder here.
so I'm gonna supplement that in here.
Get the blue tie.
The dark blue tie.
In the opening, you need to lean.
Q. It's way too long, but
Need to lean on the positive words, particularly the word opportunity. Particularly the word. Need to lean on the positive word. Dark blue tie. In the opening, you need to lean on the positive words, particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward, apparently.
I mean, that's so shaky.
You need to lean on the positive.
Super bad. So we'll see what stabilization and rolling shutter will do. Now I want the opposite, where I get the shot of the green guy, which I'm surely upset that I didn't get.
You need to lean on the positive. Apparently, we're able to go out now.
Oh, we got it.
And while we're going forward.
In.
Apparently, we're able to go out now. To everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie?
Oh.
Moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go. Particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting.
Sorry for that break. Just gonna check this camera as well. Still recording, good. I have that camera plugged into a battery pack, so.
Where's that tie?
But it did stop recording.
Tie. In the opening, you need to lean on
Oh
the
my.
positive words, particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. You need to lean on the positive words, particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Dark blue tie. In the opening, you need to lean on the positive words, particularly dark blue tie. Apparently, we're able to go out. Bart, sir. The answers. Sir, going live and. Awesome job I did with the. You need to lean on the positive words, particularly. Oh, now. Guy, and then just like you. Okay, so. And I'm saying the line, so I make sure the time is there. Fast. Word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out now.
Okay, so this shot's
went too fast. In the opening, you need to lean on the positive words, particularly the word opportunity.
So this shot, you know, I've tried to steady it. It's a nice over the shoulder, but it's just so shaky. It's just unusable, in my opinion.
In the opening, you need to lean on the positive.
This one at least is.
Particularly the word opportunity. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie? Got it.
So I could just extend this out because I had it. It's essentially timed the same way.
Apparently, we're able to. Go out to everyone. We're able to go forward. Apparently,
it doesn't work so well.
We need to start.
So I'll just retime it.
Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go. Anything about moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie?
I don't know why I would cut it there. I can, because this is the end. This is the part that matters. And I had to slow it down to 71%, and that didn't look good. So now if I use the whole clip, I should.
About moving forward. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie? Got it.
Ready when you are, sir.
Second half. Lean on the term.
Ready when you are, sir.
You're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live.
B for blade. A for arrow, B for blade. Command Z for the mistakes we've made.
Showing that you're the one with. Got it.
Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Gonna just keyframe here. Am I working out of order? Yes. That's part of my personality. It's part of who I am. It's my own special way of editing. Let's get this tie on. Oh boy. Yes, how great.
Got it.
Ready when you.
This could be condensed quite a bit. And completely eliminated if it weren't for the fact that it is holding that. what I mean to say is that's the at this point it's connected to this image is connected to that one clip I was gonna delete. 117, not bad because we kind of extended it out for this long ending. Here we see it's the end of the world or what have you.
We could have been kinder to each other.
Okay, here we go, ba-ba. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. The previous one, we're holding it a little askew. Transitions, we need to flow. For this, we're gonna add a keyframe to the tie. Then on this, we're going to have it because the flow transition made it look, having it go over the course of the flow transition will look more natural instead of it being like jarringly. You see the thing moving beforehand. Oops. Why does it move like that? This keyframe, get rid of keyframe. Because I so now if I at this point, right, it should be there. This point is on. And let's see how well the previous mask works on it. So with the yellow bow tie, I'm gonna Command C. No, that's not gonna work just yet. We'll go copy, paste above. And this is another reason why snap needs to be on. It's on both sides. Oy. Shorten, shorten.
Second half.
Ready.
So let's delete this. attach audio. Again.
Ready when you are, sir.
In the second half, lean on the term new beginning. We'll be building on that later. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3.
That's stupid. 3. And they walk off. Why did I not take that off?
3. 4. 4, 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3.
Gosh, I'm just...
4, 3.
We could have
All right. Other side of this. Keyframe. To there.
could have been kinder to each other.
And we see it's in space. Getting there, it's getting there. Oh. Fun.
Phone. Apparently, we're able to go out to everyone now. We need to start transmitting. Where's that tie? Got it.
Ready when you are, sir.
Okay, now that that's a little bit more how we want it to be. Gosh. So I'm copying all these because those are all the ones where his tie is in the way. Oh, vey. Okay. Delete these transitions here because it doesn't like to work with those. I'm just going to start off like this because I'm going to have to do a new draw mask for this one because this is when the paper goes down a little bit. Mask. Done with the transition. Yeah, transform tool. Mm-hmm. 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 Doesn't need to be perfect all around. It's just like the top, which is really the main issue. There you see. mask again.
We could have been kinder to each other.
And now we grab all this. Copy. Paste. Gosh. Oh, good. Good, Bell. Are you belling? Good. I just paste it at the ends. It's easier to keep track of in that sense. Now, if I see a lot of bars like that, I know I'm probably in the right spot.
Ready when you.
Oy. Copy. I mean, I hope this works. If it doesn't, is it the end of the world? No, because I just have to do it once. The only effect I really want is that draw mask. Paste. Seems like it works.
Ready when you are, sir.
In the second half, lean on the term new beginning. We'll be building on that later. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready when you are, sir. New beginning. We need to. Highlighted it for you. Because that brings that pressure up. You need to convey strength. Sorry, I didn't do this earlier. Ready when you are, sir. Beginning. We'll be building on that. In the second half, convey strength. Ready? Ready. You need to convey. You're the one with the answers.
Sir.
Being resolute, showing that you're the one, is a.
3.
We could have been kinder. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir. Going live in 5.
It's about being resolute. We'll be building on that later. In the second half, lean on the term new beginning. We'll be building on. In the second half, lean on the term new beginning. We'll be building on that later. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir. Going.
Ready? The answers.
Sir. Going live in.
Highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready? Apparently we're.
Use that clip again? This is the second time I've used it.
For you. Ready? Ready? You need to convey. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready? Hey, you need to convey strength. Ready? 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 You You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5.
And I'm saying the line, so I make sure the time is there. Fast. That wouldn't be good. Go. 3, 2, going live. Ready, ready. Be building on that. I highlighted for you. Ready, ready. Ready? Building on that later. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Building on that later. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute. I've highlighted it for you. Ready? 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 You need to convey strength.
I wish I had taken it from the other angle. But, like, this is the only other angle we got here. This isn't the worst.
You need to lean about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live.
You need to convey strength. It's about being ready, 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 ready. Ready, 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 ready. Ready, ready. You need to convey strength for you. Ready, ready. You need to convey strength. It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5.
You need to
Editing
convey
out some
strength.
parts.
It's about being resolute, showing that you're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3.
We could have been kinder to each other. We could have been kinder.
Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3.
We could have been kinder to each other.
Don't. No!
In the second half, lean on the term new beginning. We'll be building on that later. I've highlighted new beginning.
We gotta tie this up. I didn't intend for that to be that way. Transform tool. Could just leave it like that.
Highlighted it for you. Ready? Ready. You need to convey.
But it's the distort we want because it's at an angle. So using the distort tool, we can make it seem like it's at an angle as well. My inclination is to get carried away here. I will not do that. I will just simply... By carried away, I mean like I'd go in and make it look as it really, really should. But that's... not what I'm going to be able to do. It ended too soon.
Ready? Ready. New beginning. beginning. We'll be building on that later.
It's always better to have a steady camera.
Term, new beginning. We'll be building on that later. I've highlighted it. It for you. Ready? Ready.
No. Cancel. So like you can replace images and what have you. This one I'm not gonna go wild with because it's a very quick shot. And you know, like the last one I did where it was like angled and everything, I'm just gonna have it here at the beginning. Plus
Ready. You need to
copy this. So like I cut to here in a way. I do that deliberately. So I go from this to this to this to this to this. And I do that to set up the next shot, which is him alone, again, because the idea is he's got to deliver this message by himself. He has all these people around him, but it's like the same shot as the beginning, yet it's the same shot as the end, where he feels alone. So my guess is we're meant to be the main character, even though it's not the main character, really. It's the character everyone's talking to. For example, I just happened to be watching The Queen's Gambit, and it's about a female chess prodigy in the 1950s, no, 60s, and well, I don't know much about chess except for what I've seen on the Deep Blue, Down the Rabbit Hole by Frederick Knudsen, which is a wonderful, wonderful YouTube video. But what I mean to say is there's the character of the mother who is essentially there to help the viewer understand what the rules of chess are, because you wouldn't have to teach a chess prodigy the rules of chess because they know them. So like with the exchange between the girl and the mother, you as the viewer pick up on that, and that's what's happening here with the main character being the president. It's like essentially us. We're at least learning all this information from these characters.
Ready. You need to convey. Ready.
Alright, let's fix this tie. There's a lot more keyframing in this than I thought there would be. I'm going to reset all these keyframes by going up to here. No, I don't want to. Actually, I'm going to delete this one because I'm going to copy this one to there anyway. So adding a keyframe back in.
You need to.
It's way too jumpy. Okay, I'm gonna focus just on the placement because I'm trying to do the size as well, and that's just, it's throwing everything off for me because it's super important, but at the same time it's a ton to do in one go.
You need to convey strength.
I didn't add a keyframe at the beginning because I could see it didn't move. Yep, sure enough, I didn't add a keyframe at the beginning, so it just went with the most recent placement. It's happened to me a time or two before. Again, after I add that first keyframe, it will subsequently add keyframes for you, but it won't do that if you don't add the first keyframe.
You need to convey strength. It's about being ready.
Copy. Paste. Transforming. I'm going to reset. Where are you? Here you are. Where is Thumpkin? A little larger. Add a keyframe. Make sure you have the right block. Add a keyframe.
Showing that you're the one with the...
Copy. Paste. Where is this tie? 50%. Oh, it's over there, of course. Bring this over to the distort because we're having it be angled here. That's good enough. Back to transform, adding a keyframe. Copy, paste.
You're the one with...
Just deleting each of these anchor points individually.
You're the one.
Add the new ones. Yet there still seems to be another one. Why is it still pulling me that way? Because I copied it and there's another one. Delete. So there's one like off the block, so to speak, that was still pulling. So it went beyond what we'd actually see in the video, but it was still there, so it still pulled toward it.
With the...
Okay, this could be less jumpy.
You're the one with the answers.
Sir, going live in 5, 4, 3.
We could have been kind.
I'm going to change the view here because there's a lot of stuff. Flatten it down so it's just audio. Shrink in size, very small. Got to save enough room for all. Higgidus, figidus, migidus, mum, prestiditunium. Cicero, you belong in the seas, alphabetical order, please. Alakazez, 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 Brittany. Diminish, dictionary, that word's in your vocabulary. Hockety, pockety, walkety, whack, that's the way we've got to pack. Higgity his fingers, oh. Now, you see here, Sugar Bowl, you're getting too rough. Poor old T-set's cracked enough. That's Control C. No, where was I, boy? Hockety pockety? Hello.
Hi.
Just finishing this up. Control D. Duration 3.
4, 3, 4.
I didn't see anything, but I suppose that's a good thing.
3.
We could have been kinder to each other. We could have been kinder to each other.
Okay, so this has gone on long enough. Certainly over an hour here, but I'd say outside of a few little things, it looks pretty good. And again, you see how much that music can add to a video, along with the special effects. What I'll do in the next one is I'll do like a color effect overall and add some like space sounds in there. Again, just to add to that atmosphere to make it more believable. Again, it's still cups, but what can you do? Until that point, good luck. We're all counting on you.